NFPA-72, the National Fire Alarm and Signaling Code, serves as the primary code for testing fire alarm systems. While it doesn't specifically address access control, intrusion detection, and video surveillance systems, similar testing criteria can be applied to ensure their proper functionality and reliability. For access control systems, initial testing involves verifying that the system is installed according to design specifications, all components are operational, and the system can authenticate and authorize users as intended. Functional testing includes regular checks to ensure that the system can grant and deny access to authorized and unauthorized users, respectively. Security testing involves penetration testing to identify vulnerabilities and ensure the system's resistance to unauthorized access. For intrusion detection systems, initial testing includes verifying that the system is installed correctly, all sensors are functioning properly, and the system can detect and respond to intrusion attempts. Functional testing involves regular checks to ensure that the system can detect and alarm different types of intrusion attempts, such as motion, glass breakage, and door openings. Environmental testing assesses the system's resilience to environmental factors, such as temperature changes, humidity, and electromagnetic interference. For video surveillance systems, initial testing includes verifying that the system is installed according to design specifications, all cameras are operational, and that the system can capture clear images and video footage. Functional testing involves regular checks to ensure that the system can record and playback video footage and that the cameras can pan, tilt, and zoom as intended. Security testing includes penetration testing to identify vulnerabilities and ensure the system's resistance to unauthorized access and data theft. Certification of access control, intrusion detection, and video surveillance systems is not typically required by regulatory authorities. However, obtaining certification from a third-party organization can provide assurance that the systems have been installed and tested according to industry best practices. Customer acceptance testing involves the end user in testing to ensure that the system meets their expectations and requirements. Establish a regular maintenance schedule to inspect and test the systems for functionality and security. Maintain detailed records of all testing and maintenance activities for future reference and compliance purposes. The key areas to cover are system design verification, functional testing, security vulnerability assessments, and environmental impact testing. When verifying system design, it is crucial to confirm that the installed system aligns with the original design specifications. This includes checking the placement and configuration of all components, such as readers, sensors, and cameras, to ensure they meet the intended coverage and functionality. Secondly, functional testing should be conducted regularly to ensure that each component performs as expected. For access control, this means verifying that authorized personnel can gain access while unauthorized attempts are denied. For intrusion detection, it involves simulating various intrusion scenarios to confirm that the system detects and alarms appropriately. Video surveillance systems should be tested to ensure clear image capture, recording capabilities, and proper pan, tilt, and zoom functionality. Thirdly, security vulnerability assessments are essential to identify and address potential weaknesses in the system. Penetration testing can help uncover vulnerabilities that could be exploited by unauthorized individuals. These assessments should cover both physical and cybersecurity aspects, ensuring that the system is resistant to tampering and hacking attempts. Finally, environmental impact testing evaluates the system's ability to withstand various environmental factors. This includes testing for temperature changes, humidity, and electromagnetic interference, which can all affect the performance and reliability of the system. Regular maintenance and documentation are also crucial for long-term system performance. A well-defined maintenance schedule ensures that potential issues are identified and addressed proactively, while detailed records of testing and maintenance activities provide valuable insights for future reference and compliance purposes. Furthermore, consider the specific requirements of the facility or organization where the systems are installed. Different environments may have unique challenges and considerations that need to be addressed during testing and maintenance. For example, A high-security facility may require more rigorous testing protocols than a small office building. The integration of different security systems should also be carefully tested to ensure seamless operation and effective communication between components. This includes verifying that access control, intrusion detection, and video surveillance systems work together to provide a comprehensive security solution. In addition to the technical aspects of testing, it is also important to involve stakeholders in the process. Customer acceptance testing allows end users to provide valuable feedback on the system's usability and effectiveness, ensuring that it meets their specific needs and expectations. Regular training for personnel who operate or maintain the systems is also essential to ensure that they have the knowledge and skills necessary to perform their duties effectively. Moreover, staying up to date with the latest industry standards and best practices is crucial for maintaining a high level of security. NFPA 72 provides valuable guidance for fire alarm systems, and similar principles can be applied to access control, intrusion detection, and video surveillance systems. By following a comprehensive testing and maintenance program, organizations can ensure that their security systems are functioning properly and providing the intended level of protection. Consider the integration of these systems with other building management systems such as HVAC and lighting. Integrated systems can provide enhanced security and efficiency, but they also require careful testing to ensure compatibility and proper operation. For example, an access control system can be integrated with a building's HVAC system to automatically adjust temperature settings based on occupancy, but this integration must be tested to ensure that it does not create any security vulnerabilities. In the context of access control systems, different types of credentials should be tested, including keycards, biometrics, and mobile credentials. Each type of credential has its own unique security considerations, and testing should verify that the system can properly authenticate and authorize users regardless of the credential type used. For intrusion detection systems, consider the use of different types of sensors, such as motion detectors, door and window sensors, and glass break detectors. Each type of sensor has its own strengths and weaknesses, and the system should be designed and tested to leverage the strengths of each sensor type while mitigating their weaknesses. In video surveillance systems, consider the use of different types of cameras, such as fixed cameras, PTZ cameras, and thermal cameras. Each type of camera has its own unique capabilities, and the system should be designed and tested to leverage the capabilities of each camera type to provide comprehensive coverage of the area being monitored. In addition to functional testing, consider conducting performance testing to evaluate the system's ability to handle peak loads and stress conditions. This can help identify potential bottlenecks and ensure that the system can maintain its performance even under high-demand scenarios. For example, an access control system should be tested to ensure that it can handle a large number of users attempting to gain access simultaneously, while a video surveillance system should be tested to ensure that it can record and store video footage without any performance degradation. Also consider the importance of data privacy and security when testing and maintaining security systems. Access control, intrusion detection, and video surveillance systems all generate large amounts of data, and it is important to ensure that this data is protected from unauthorized access and misuse. Testing should verify that the system complies with all applicable data privacy regulations and that the appropriate security measures are in place to protect sensitive data. Furthermore, consider the use of encryption and other security technologies to protect data both in transit and at rest. Regular security audits should be conducted to identify and address any potential vulnerabilities in the system's data security practices. The data generated by these systems can also be used to improve security and efficiency. For example, access control data can be used to identify patterns of usage and optimize building operations, while video surveillance data can be used to detect and prevent crime. The testing plan should include procedures for verifying the accuracy and reliability of the data generated by these systems. It is also important to establish clear policies and procedures for the use and storage of this data, ensuring that it is used responsibly and ethically. When testing security systems, consider the potential impact of power outages and other disruptions. The system should be designed with backup power and other redundancy measures to ensure that it can continue to operate even in the event of a power outage or other disruption. Testing should verify that the backup power system is functioning properly and that the system can seamlessly switch to backup power without any loss of functionality. Additionally, consider the use of uninterruptible power supplies to protect sensitive equipment from power surges and other electrical disturbances. Moreover, consider the potential for human error when testing and maintaining security systems. Even the best designed system can be compromised by human error, so it is important to provide thorough training for personnel who operate and maintain the systems. Testing procedures should be designed to minimize the risk of human error, and regular audits should be conducted to identify and address any potential weaknesses in the system's human factors. The documentation for the system should be clear and concise, providing easy-to-follow instructions for operation and maintenance. Finally, remember that security is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. Regular testing and maintenance are essential to ensure that security systems continue to function properly and provide the intended level of protection. By following a comprehensive testing and maintenance program, organizations can mitigate risks and protect their assets, personnel, and reputation. This includes staying informed about emerging threats and vulnerabilities and adapting the security systems accordingly. It's crucial to adapt testing strategies to account for the evolving landscape of cyber threats. Regular security audits and penetration testing should be performed by qualified professionals who understand the latest attack techniques and vulnerabilities. These audits should assess the effectiveness of security controls and identify areas where improvements are needed. Furthermore, it is important to foster a culture of security awareness among all personnel. Employees should be trained to recognize and report suspicious activity, and they should be educated about the importance of following security procedures. Regular security awareness training can help reduce the risk of human error and improve the overall security posture of the organization. Continuous monitoring of security systems is also essential for detecting and responding to security incidents in a timely manner. Security information and event management systems can be used to collect and analyze security logs from various sources, providing real-time visibility into the security posture of the organization. These systems can be configured to alert security personnel to suspicious activity, allowing them to investigate and respond to incidents quickly. In addition to technical measures, it is also important to consider the physical security of the systems themselves. Access control systems, intrusion detection systems, and video surveillance systems should be physically protected from tampering and damage. Security cameras should be placed in strategic locations to deter crime and provide surveillance coverage of critical areas. Access control systems should be designed to prevent unauthorized physical access to sensitive areas. In some cases, it may be necessary to implement additional security measures such as bollards, fences, and gates to protect the perimeter of the facility. These measures can help deter potential attackers and provide additional layers of security. Finally, remember that security is a shared responsibility. Everyone in the organization has a role to play in protecting the organization's assets and data. By working together and following a comprehensive security program, organizations can effectively mitigate risks and ensure the safety and security of their personnel, property, and information. This also encompasses staying up to date with any changes in regulations or legal requirements related to security systems. Compliance with these regulations is essential for avoiding penalties and maintaining a strong reputation. Moreover, consider the ethical implications of using security systems. It is important to use these systems in a responsible and ethical manner, respecting the privacy and rights of individuals. Transparency and accountability are key principles to uphold when deploying and operating security systems. Regular reviews of security policies and procedures can help ensure that they are aligned with ethical principles and legal requirements. When selecting and implementing security systems, consider the long-term costs and benefits. While it may be tempting to choose the cheapest option, it is important to consider the total cost of ownership, including maintenance, upgrades, and support. Investing in high-quality security systems can provide long-term value and reduce the risk of security incidents. Furthermore, it is important to choose systems that are scalable and adaptable to meet the evolving needs of the organization. Finally, remember that security is not a destination but a journey. It is a continuous process of improvement and adaptation. By embracing a culture of security and continuously monitoring and improving security systems, organizations can effectively protect themselves from a wide range of threats and ensure the safety and security of their personnel, property, and information. Regular communication and collaboration between different departments and stakeholders are essential for maintaining a strong security posture. By sharing information and coordinating efforts, organizations can effectively address security challenges and protect themselves from emerging threats.